Hi, this is Rook with Mostly Harmless, and can you believe that it's only been about a month and a half since the last patch, the Kador patch, and now we've got the Darian patch about to come out. It is on the Mordred staging test server right now. You can all check it out. Fast-paced development from Sandbox. This first draft of changes and these 12 new skills certainly look good. They added some fun things too, like some extra materials that you can pick up for your to make your islands look cooler. I gotta get one of these siege things. That's gonna be awesome. So there's new Morgana faction mobs, basically at the addition of the Hellhounds or whatever that you call in there, and changes to their spells. And some of those changes, one of the spinning blades is actually carried over to the curse staff for players as well. So it's pretty neat. The We do have some swag to give away at the end of this video here, just some stuff for our guild and alliance. Again, we're just volunteers. We're doing this video for our guild and allies and stuff, and a couple other people like to watch it too, so appreciate that. Always appreciate your thanks and goodwill. Um, Prizes, we don't get anything for this. This is just great companies doing donations to give out swag and to get a little PR for themselves as well. So it's a really good relationship. So let's take a look at the changes here. This first part's going to be a bit blurry. Hopefully this works out. I don't have tons of time. I'll tell you later why. Work has been crazy busy. So this is the crafting study package. You can basically drag things over, and instead of going back and salvaging them and getting about a quarter of the materials, now you can study them and get a ton more fame. It's basically about 50% fame from these items. You can also add your crafting focus to up that a little bit more. 26,000 fame. You can check out the Destiny board and see that you're getting much higher up. And right now, the bar there has got a zero number in it. That means I've done I think it's 20 or 25% of the required amount. That means that I don't pay any extra. They said the first part was going to take about 8 times extra. Let's just stop that for a second. That it was going to take about 8 times extra to get that first part, but it seems to only be about 2.5 times. I'm going to double check that. Again, it's a draft, it's beta, it's all coming out soon. But really nice. If you really want to focus, if you don't have much time, you can level up in one tree by just spending learning points, and that people that have the good amount of time to put into the game can level up at a normal progression. Um, Nice if you go over to staging too, you can just say, hey, I want to try that weapon out. Bam, spend your learning points, go up a line quickly, and you're good to go. I know I've got at least one character that I bought premium on, uh, just to have sit there in case I need to use it. Has 1,200 learning points ready to go and test things now, so nice to have that. So let's take a look at, this is the Magma Sphere on the Great Fire Staff. Look at that flaming ball. Look at how far it goes too. It goes a really long ways. It does a lot of damage. Um, and if you watch just a bit more here, though, yeah, it does burning damage afterwards. So it's quite good. However, it's not a very wide area. So you're going to need to combo it with something else to get people in the right area. This is the Hammer Stun, the Great Hammer. Still loving that heavy cleave. It does lots of damage. But notice that it's like a bowling ball. When that hammer comes in, it moved all those skeletons away. So it's going to have certain uses, but not necessarily for everybody.
Okay, I'll try the W on you and see
I'm
if
going to
that works.
bring this volume down just a little bit. This is the Sunder Shot on the crossbow. The crossbow has gotten better. His armor, he's just saying that his armor went down from 66 to 33%. Now I'm doing 114 damage with the Q, the auto shot. Um, it really has an impact on that. What was that about it was almost a 50% increase in damage to that person in light armor. Now it works better. You wouldn't have heard it there, but it works better on someone who is at full health. It's an opening move, that Sundershot. They changed the caltrops too. It's now a bigger area, bigger slow. It's still a skill shot. You still got to target it, but it's useful now potentially. So I like these incremental changes. Like, okay, we tried this. Nah, nobody's using it. Okay, let's give it a slight buff. And if nobody still uses it, okay, we'll give it another slight buff and see where we get to that opening thing. Now this is on the arcane staff. Look at this gravity well. This what do they call it? Black hole. It looks cool. The reality is you have to combo it at the moment because we'll just see here. Standing in it, we're trying to see if the effect works. So I stood in the whole time. There was a slight slow on me. Not a big deal because he's not running away just yet. Um, Trying to catch up. We're going to try it here again, I think, in a second. We're just trying out the skills, right? And I think there we go. So I think right here, yeah, it didn't even, I don't even think it got me there. So potentially good skill. At the moment, the takes a long time before that slow goes off, so you need to hammer stun or do something else to get them caught in it. But maybe it's a follow-up, wombo combo that you can get going like you would in Heroes of the Storm or League and stuff when you line up that Gazlowe grab bomb that pulls everybody in. Actually, we should take a look at that skill sometime and get them to uh, copy that skill maybe. I'm trying to think of another way to say it without saying copy, but yeah, it's a fun skill. It's like and basically that's the ETC ult that comes in and gets everybody stopped for a second like the hammer, and then the grab bomb to really pull them in and have some fun with it. So neat looking skill. It might even change what item it's going to be on. They've made it very clear that this isn't final. These skills could all move around, but they want to test them. Let's see what's. Scythe might be a little OP. And the scythe there, that bloody reap, it's double the damage of the old E, so it's pretty awesome. Here's just some 2-on-2 that we're doing on the test server. This is against a couple of the crossbows. Not that they wanted to do 2 crossbow team, but that's all they had, and they had criminal timers from trying to kill me already. That is the blades that you can do. It's some Morgana blades on the in the Morgana. Ott's trying to move around from the blades. Let's wondering what he's doing. But those blades do some damage around you. That's on the Curse Staff is one of the new E abilities that you can potentially use. It does a nice knockback there. I'm trying to peel for magic. He's running behind me for some cover there. And of course the halberd is still a fun weapon. Coming back to peel. See that range there so you'll see it one more time here, the blades coming around. So you can cast it on an enemy or on a friend, and I think basically on an ally it gives them you more control of it. Otherwise, it will certainly zone somebody. So now this is an enemy casting on me. This is the new Morgana boss at the end of Champion Stronghold, the Veteran Dungeon. Notice how we have to stay away from each other because we've all got these spinning blades on us that are going to wreck each other pretty hard. Hard for the melee to get into the fight and stuff. So
I can't get through. I'm gonna try to cut.
these pools that are issued are really rough, and these are some of the new halberd guys. They do this spin there, so these are elite mobs that I'm fighting now on my own. Um, Having some fun, just fighting these guys, trying to walk the dog, so to speak, kite them with the frost. They do slow down for that, so that's an advantage to players and stuff. But if you're stuck in there, if you don't interrupt it, it's a lot of damage. So those are some of the new mobs. There's also a crossbow guy that does a lot of damage, but only if you got stuck in the area. Um, they have a nice jump back and caltrops. Again, very good for getting in the way of melee and making life difficult for them. And I'm trying to think what else. There's some hounds and other guys that are in the new dungeons. So we're gonna test those out some more. We're just playing around with it at the moment, trying to see if I can, solo the elites and stuff. I think I get, yeah, one of them down there. 1800 fame for that guy. Again, these numbers could all change tomorrow. Like, literally, we talked to the devs about something one day, and they said, okay. And they had things changed the next day. Like, these guys are working hard and getting a lot of stuff done. Look at the grab bomb up the left. If you didn't see that, rewind. See, here, let me even just rewind here for a second. That grab bomb here, look at how it pulls them in. It did pull them into the middle. So it could have some interesting uses. It's just a little bit different. I think we're going to look at double-bladed staff and the tornado here still. We haven't talked about the healing changes. The salvation, on the point 3 staff, the E is just huge. It does more heals than a nature staff at the moment. That might change, of course. It does give a cleanse, but I think the cleanse it takes too long maybe. So maybe that's the trade-off between the two. Yeah, I had to use the healing potion just to stay in the fight. Let me just turn the volume down there. Axe has a battle frenzy on it, which gives a very short cooldown, 5-second movement speed buff and stuff, so you can keep on top people. And the holy staffs have a sacred pulse, which is an AOE heal around them. Really interesting, different skill. Could be neat in groups. I think that's most of the stuff for the skills. Oh, the claymore. I guess we don't have that on here. The claymore, Fortunately, not even really showing here, I guess, because the um, it just doesn't shine. The just put that in the background there. The claymore is it's tough. The halberd, you can stack up your queues ahead of time and you can do something with it and launch into battle. The claymore, you have to be on the person, riding them, hitting them with your Q to get the heroic strike charges set up to then be able to do your maximum effect. So you can't open with it. You can close with it though. And so maybe that's the combination you need. You need something else to open the fight, and the claymore is the guy that finishes it. And he's got a good spike at the end to knock people down. But it's not my style, and other people have tried to make it work. I haven't seen it work right. Let me know if you got something where you're like, look at this, and this is the way to use it. We certainly want to know, um, because we don't want them to say to the devs that, hey, this isn't really, nobody's going to use this. If the reality is that somebody much smarter than us has, certainly much smarter than me, has figured this out. Again, credit to everybody who has helped, whether it was the guys in the alliance that have been contributing and saying that, hey, check this out or do this, or have been giving their feedback on skills, or certainly the guys that in our own guild, of course, too, that have been out testing all the time. It's beta. We're here to test. Um, and I appreciate the fact that the Alliance is doing a good job of testing things by actually playing the game, taking territories, doing all kinds of stuff. And we're sort of 5 months of beta later, we're just here to test like a couple times a week and get in and have some fun and make sure that we know what's what. Um, I think that's it. Oh, the Morgana mobs. I didn't mention that the champions, they have the stun. It's a really neat effect. It's pretty easy to avoid, but imagine combining that with PvP and you're stunned, and then you got a mob stun coming down on you. Those are neat changes. The excuse me. Um, yeah, sorry, it's been a bit busy in life at the moment. Just Um, if you haven't seen, there's been some forest fires. The other day, we had to evacuate 80,000 people from Fort McMurray. I was at work. We had planes that we were sort of rerouting, and if I can get that all the way down, planes that we were rerouting, and just it's been a scary time up there. The town's basically evacuated, so work's been a little bit busy. Just getting those guys out. Uh, I think there's it's been pretty good. There hasn't been much in the way of problems, despite the sense of emergency up there. Um, let's get back to more fun stuff. I guess I only bring that up to say that, hey, this is our hobby. It's our game. I know people get impatient about the development changes and stuff, but the reality is that these are first world problems. Things are good. It's nice to have those kind of problems when there's real life things that are going on. So take it easy, guys. Make sure you're having fun. In terms of the swag, the only constraint is that we the sponsors aren't going to pay tons of money to ship it to Europe or Australia and stuff like that. So it is continental United States and Canada that they've been willing to ship. The swag is from Mr. Beer, of course, with the premium beer kit. And I don't have the Dapper Hide wallet here right now to show you guys, but it'll be arriving soon, and it's a really nice promotion from their CEO to get out some good products there. So for the kit, I think what better way to give it away than to draw from the actual kit. So we've got Undead Lords, very sophisticated, I know. We're gonna put their guild tag in here. Um, Ponder and Pest and Savant and Moog and those guys have been leading the charge in a lot of things. Infinite, and they've got a very strong presence in the game that from Euro to even North America time zone, the really good guys. Ominous, Tim the Enchanter has just been amazing. That he's just a lot of fun to play with, and has a good group of guys there. And La Croisade, bonjour, their Quebec connection there. Uh, Hedbert and the guys have been having a lot of fun, real characters. So let's, in this very sophisticated draw, we're going to draw two of the guilds here. They've each chosen two names or are working on choosing two names of people. Same thing, that they've got tons of good people that they like to give prizes out to. There's people contributing in lots of logistics, but A lot of course, guild versus guilds that are making their presence available a lot of times to help out to keep the number of territories that they have and to test the game and get a lot of things going on. So good people. Generally, we try not to do much in the way of smack talk and stuff. It's a game. There's real world things that are out there and stuff, so we don't want to get too carried away. So first prize is to Infinite. That's awesome. So that's the more Euro guild. I realize that if there might not be enough North Americans in your guild to send the prize to, that maybe you could trade it off to somebody in one of the other guilds and stuff. So we'll talk to Blastix and the guys there. And for the next prize, shuffling around a little bit, and ominous. So we'll talk to Tim. I know he's already had a couple names, and one of them might have been, I think, too young to get a beer kit, and one of them might have been over in Europe and stuff. But there's a lot of other names that he's got, and it's nice to have a good problem to have that there's just no shortage of good people to give them out to. So those are the two prizes at the moment. We're going to certainly try and do this again at another point in time. Oh, and for mostly harmless members there that um, let's see here. We are certainly pleased to give out some prizes. A number of people mentioned again, same kind of reasons for their contributions in various ways, whether it's behind the scenes, in game, or elsewhere, leading and making the game more fun for all of us. So that was Blitz won the prize from Dapper Hide, and he's going to be putting in that code on Amazon here shortly to get his. And Unknown Raven for his contributions to the guild and the community has won the Mr. Beer kit. So enjoy those guys. This is Rook with Mostly Harmless, and we'll see you out on the battlefield.